Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Welcome to something new for you lot, a live show at noon every Friday where we recap the press conference and look ahead to the weekend's game. Normally I would do this video, edit it, get it up in the evening. By then a lot of time people on the Friday, at the pub. We've got on with the weekend. So what we're going to do now, a little live, not long, 10, 15 minutes. Get your thoughts in the chat, get your comments in, as always, as we'll look ahead to Burnley away. So let's start with the press conference and another press conference and another injury. Of course it is. This time it's Fabian Schar, where Eddie Howe's revealed he is likely to miss the remainder of the season. 4 massive games to go for Newcastle. 4 games without our centre-back Fabian Schar, the one who has lasted nearly all of the season. Mr. Reliable, he's been there throughout. He's now crocked like the rest of them, like the other centre-backs, Lascelles and Botman. So now it looks like we'll obviously be going with Burn and Kraft as our centre-backs for the remainder of the season. 2 players where Eddie Howe played at left-back, Burn, and Kraft is obviously a right-back. But tell you what, Kraft, I was there at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup, did a very good job. So Faith and Kraft will hopefully do enough to see us through. But obviously, shite news on Fabian Schar that he is missing. He was confirmed by Eddie Howe to miss a period of time with a minor hamstring problem. He won't be available tomorrow, and I doubt we'll see him again this season. So Schar, to be fair to him, he's over 30 now, and he has done well to play as many games as he has done. He's had an amazing season. He's been unreal. For me, the best bargain in the history of the Premier League. £3 million, man, for this bloke. Unbelievable stuff. So he will be out tomorrow, will be out for the last 4 games. And I mentioned it, these last 4 games, absolutely massive. 4 finals, really, to get the European football. And obviously the biggest one being against Man U at Old Trafford again on a Wednesday night in, 10 days' time or something like that. So that's a huge game. But tomorrow we can't look past Burnley because it's going to be an awkward game. For me, it really is. We'll get into that preview a little bit later on. Let's just recap what other news came out of Eddie Howe's presser. And there was some actual good news for a change on the injury front. Bit of a shit sandwich. After the Schar injury was that Joe Linton, Nick Pope and Miggy Almiron have all trained this week. And they should be back very soon. I would love it. Probably unlikely if I see Nick Pope start and goal tomorrow. That might be a bit of an ask, but I would be a big fan of it because I think Dubravka hasn't been great at all recently, off for the majority. To be fair, I just don't rate him anymore. He's going to be off this summer, and I think it's about time. He's been a top servant, really, apart from that Man U loan. But he's been decent, and again, he was a bargain. But he's now on Pope, and he's not great. He's not a top 6, top 8 goalkeeper at all, to be honest with you. So if Nick Pope was ready to come back, that'd be fantastic. But I reckon that'll be more nearer the end of the season, maybe the last couple of games. Almiron, I think he'll be on the bench tomorrow, and I think Joe Linton will be on the bench. I would love to see Joe Linton start J7 away to Burnley, middle of the park. I think that would be ideal for us tomorrow, just to give Longstaff a break, because obviously he's meant to be playing through these injuries. He's been absolutely crap for a while, but if he's playing through injuries, well, can you blame the lad that much? Because he has had some good spells this season. You think of PSG in that, where he scored. So, we need to freshen up that midfield. We haven't been able to for so long. I'd be so much more confident tomorrow if I seen the starting lineup and it was Bruno, Joe Linton back together, the Brazilian boys, alongside Anderson, who again, he has to do a bit more as well, to be fair. But he's come back from injury, of course, like most players. So if Joe Linton can feature tomorrow, that'll be huge for Newcastle. But having those 3 back in and around the team, back on the training ground for the last 4 games, like I said, massive European push. It is huge, and it will be a massive welcome bonus and a relief. So if we can see any of them at Turf Moor tomorrow, that would be a huge help. Just quickly on Sandro Tonali. Obviously, I did a video last night on Tonali, the suspended ban from the FA. Eddie Howe was asked about it, and he said it is the right decision by the FA that they've arrived at that the ban isn't extended, which of course it is, because he's already done 10 months. What would chucking on another 2 months do to help Sandro with his gambling addiction? Absolutely no. So, bit of common sense prevailed there from the English FA. Not many times have we been able to say that. Eddie said we're still supporting him and helping him through this time. He's conducting himself in a really positive way. I've seen the hunger. They're all there through the time. We've covered loads of aspects of his game to try and help him utilise the time in a positive way. So Sandro's working hard behind the scenes to come back soon. Also on Trippier, who obviously got obviously some stick the other day before people did realise that the Dubai trip was for physio. A lot of people were calling him out. He's backpacked in the airport saying, "Oh, he's off on holiday." Howe said he's been training away with our physiotherapist. With anticipate he'll be back next week to train, and he should be involved before the end of the season. He's bigging up Emil Kraft, saying he can slot in and do a job at centre back. Eddie Howe then on the final 4 games. We know we're going to have to win games to qualify for Europe, and we know it's going to be tight. We're up against top quality teams, and Chelsea are in a good vein of form, so I think it will go right to the wire, because this leads me on to the next part nicely, which is Chelsea's form, because Chelsea last night 2-0 win over Spurs, not the result we wanted at all. The ease to it, Spurs have fell off a cliff. They have been crap since we battered them. And Chelsea have started to pick up form, and if you look at the league table, they are the one I fear now more than probably Man United. The good thing is we've got Man United to play, and the good thing is, listen, Eddie, how kind of look towards this is that it's in our hands. Like, if we win our games, we'll get Europe, because we'll go above Man United, who actually are above us by a point, but we've got better goal difference than everyone around us. But Chelsea now in 8th, only 2 points behind us. So, and they've got some easier fixtures, I think. So, yeah, it's between us, Chelsea, and Man United for that 6th spot. You never know, we might even catch Spurs in 5th, the way they're going. But we'd have to win our 4 games. We just need to take care of our business. I think at this point, you don't want to be looking for favours. We've got all right fixtures. The fact that they're away from home 3 out of the 4 doesn't help, considering our away form is absolutely honking this season. That doesn't give us any favours or much confidence, to be honest with you. What have we won? 4 games all year away from home, I think it is. Might even be worse than that. So it's been tricky. But listen, tomorrow against Burnley is massive, because it's massive for both teams. Burnley have actually somehow, out of nowhere, gave themselves a fighting chance of beating the drop. They were down and out. Everyone wrote them off. Everyone said, "Oh, Company and he's trying to play this expansive style to get them into trouble." They're gone. They're not gone. Depending on the results, if they beat Newcastle this weekend, they could get out the relegation zone. So they are well and truly in the mix. They are fighting for their lives. Fair play to Company. He will still play that style where he is expansive, attacking, a bit fearless. So that should and could play in our hands. Obviously, we hope it does. But they are in good form as well, the Clarets. I think, 1 defeat in the last 8 games for Burnley. I've got it wrote down here. Burnley's recent form. Where are we? Let me just get it back up where we are. All right, so 1 defeat in their last 8 games for Burnley, and they're unbeaten in the last 3 games. They've been scoring a few goals as well. So it's not going to be easy, this game against Burnley. I think it could be awkward. It could be tricky in what is Eddie Howe's 100th game in charge of Newcastle, going up against his old side Burnley, where he says he likes going back there. He likes the club. He's got good respect for them and all of that. So it's mad that they're in Eddie Howe's 100th Premier League game for Newcastle, already looking for his 49th win. Decent record, that one, Eddie. Decent record indeed. So Burnley tomorrow then, who are missing Ramsey, Bayer, Redmond, and Dakil. They're all out. I watched Burnley at Man U last week, the highlights, and they did cause them problems. They could have won it in the end. So they do worry me a bit, Burnley. And especially when they've got all of this relegation to fight for. But we've got European football to fight for. We need to turn up. We've got to turn up for our travelling Toon Army, right? Because we haven't done it enough this year. Even if it is, and Eddie Howe was asked this in the press conference, would you take a scrappy win for the rest of the season? Howe said it's all about results now. I'll take results over performances. And that's what we've got to look at, because I'd take that point where we are. Sorry, I just got a distracted message there on my phone. I'd take that point where we need to just get the results, get the season over and done with. It's been a long old season. Let's finish it off now. Yeah, let's just finish strongly, get some wins under our belt, hopefully get European football and concentrate on the performances again next year when we get players back, new signings, all of that. So Burnley, I'm going to say that we do still edge it. I'll be confident and say that we get a 2-1 win. I'll be going for a 2-1 win against Burnley. Let's hope that they are going for it though, and we can catch them on the counter with the likes of Gordon, Isak up front, Barnes. We should be fancying our chances, man. If there is a Jolinton or a Miggy to come off the bench, huge bonus. See Chris there calling for Hall at left back. It's got to be Hall at left back, really, hasn't it? Because Burn is going to be at centre back. There's not many other options. So yeah, you'll have Hall at left back, Burn and Kraft at centre backs, and Tino at right back. So again, those being our full backs, I love the idea of those bombing forward. So that's got to help. Just running through this. Hi, Adam. Cheers, everyone that is tuned in live. Nearly 100 people, so appreciate that one for the first show at lunchtime. Every Friday now at noon. You need to watch a call-in show on DR Sports. Love it, Robert. Keep the rattling going. Keep that rattling going, mate, and rep the tune in there, because there's not enough of it on DR. Jonathan thinks we've got a chance of catching space. Peter, I can't wait to see Sandro back in this squad. 3-1-2, and I like it. Tune in from Australia. Big up Rob for that one. Chelsea could easily win their remaining games. Potential for Chelsea to eclipse Man U and the tune. I think Spurs are already in free fall, to be honest with you, Rob. Even Ange said last night, that the lack of confidence and conviction. Can't see us winning 4 out of 4, says Mukhtar. If we win tomorrow, we will beat Man U. Brentford, that won't be easy because they've got nothing to play for. I really fancy us to beat Brentford and Brighton, because Brighton are really bad at the minute. They've got loads of injuries. So them 2 games I think we'll win. I think tomorrow will be awkward, even though I still think we'll win. In Man U, it's hard to call. Man U, you're not sure what you're going to get. And at Old Trafford, I think we'll get something, though. Right then. As long as we concentrate on our performances, we should have enough against Burnley. Absolutely. I'm going to say we will beat Burnley tomorrow. Drop your score predictions in the comments. You're watching this one back on YouTube. Cheers. Please do drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned to the Magpie Channel TV for loads of videos across this weekend. Big up, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and enjoy yourself.